Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new review, and today I will be reviewing Spiral, also known as Spiral from the Book of Saw, 2021. For those of you who don't know, Spiral is a 2021 horror film about the jigsaw killer apprentice who, who puts people in torture traps. Um, so this one was okay, but I'll get into the review later, after I finish the synopsis. It was directed by Darren Lynn Bousman and written by Josh Stolberg and Peter Goldfinger, and it serves as a spin-off and is the ninth installment of the Saw film series. The film stars Chris Rock, Max Minghella, Marisol Nichols, and Samuel Jackson, and follows police efforts to stop a jigsaw copycat killer. The original creators of the series, James Wan and Leigh Whannell, as well as Rock and series veteran Kevin Grudert, serve as executive producers. Okay, let's get started. During a 4th of July parade, off-duty detective Marv Boswick chases a thief down a sewer drain pipe. Attacked from behind by a figure wearing a pig mask, Boswick awakens to find himself suspended by his tongue in an active subway tunnel and is given choice via recorded message: tear out his tongue and live, or remain until the next train arrives, killing him. Unable to escape the trap in time, Boswick is hit by the train and killed. This is definitely one of the most gory saws because it's pretty brutal with that tongue clamp on his tongue. It's gruesome stuff, and then he gets hit by the train. It's very gory stuff. Um, and I think that was one of the most brutal kills in that movie. Uh, just like all that blood on his tongue, and like it was kind of freaky, you know. Um, the next day, police captain Angie Garcia assigns Detective Zeke Banks a new partner, idealistic rookie William Shank. Zeke and Shank investigate Boswick's death, and Zeke recognizes the elaborate trap as the modus operandi of the now-deceased Jigsaw Killer. Meanwhile, homicide detective Fitch, who several years prior had ignored a backup call from Zeke, resulting in Zeke nearly getting killed, is abducted and placed in a trap where he must allow a device to rip his fingers off to avoid electrocution in a filling water basin. He also fails to escape and dies. This was pretty brutal too. It was so gory that his fingers got ripped off. This is a very gory movie. This is definitely one of the most tortury Saw movies. It's very gory stuff. I mean, not all of them are like that. Like the first Saw and Jigsaw aren't that bad, but this one is pretty gory stuff. You know, it's definitely one of the most gory Saws. I think I'd, I'd say Saw 4 is probably the goriest one, but this one is like a close second or third or fourth. I don't know. Um, so yeah, he dead. Some officers begin to suspect that Zeke may be responsible due to his history with Fitch. A box then arrives at the station containing a pig puppet and a piece of Shank's tattooed skin inside. Ugh. A small vial inside the box directs the police to a butcher shop, which was previously a hobby shop that Zeke and his father, retired Chief Marcus Banks, played by Samuel Jackson. And if you don't know, Zeke is played by Chris Rock. Um, what was it saying? Retired Chief Marcus Banks used to visit. Upon arriving, the team discovers a tape recorder and a skin corpse, identified as Shank. Deciding to track down the killer himself, Marcus travels to a warehouse where he is abducted. Shortly afterwards, Garza is kidnapped and placed in a trap in the precinct's cold storage, where she has to sever her spinal cord on a blade to stop boiling wax flowing from a pipe onto her face. This was pretty gory also. It was very freaky because she had to sever her spinal cord in it. It's very gruesome stuff. This is a very, very gory movie. But I could see why people think it's comedy because it's like there were some funny moments, but most of it is hardcore horror. Um, she fails to do so and dies from her injuries moments before Zeke discovers her body and tries to resuscitate her with mouth to mouth. Ew, like on her all burnt and melted face. Ugh, it's gross. Um, while chasing a lead, Zeke is captured and wakes up at the warehouse, handcuffed to a pipe with a hacksaw nearby. He considers sawing off his arm, but successfully escapes using a loose bobby pin. He then discovers his former partner Pete Dunleavy, who was in prison when Zeke expose a murder he committed, chained in place. In front of him, a large glass crushing machine, which has been modified to hurl shrapnel at him. A tape recorder explains that Zeke can choose to either free him, or sorry. A tape recorder explains that Zeke can choose to either free him or leave him to die. Although Zeke attempts to save without leaving, he cannot get the key in time. Moving to another room, Zeke then finds Shank, who is revealed to fake his own death by using the skin corpse of the thief who lured Boswick into the tunnels, and has been the copycat all along. He explains that his last name is actually Emerson, the son of Charlie Emerson, who was the man Dunleavy killed because he had agreed to testify against a dirty cop. He also reveals that Marcus, during his time as chief, deliberately protected corrupt officers to clean the streets of crime more efficiently than under Article 8. Oh, before we continue, I thought the thing with the glass was pretty brutal because it must have been so painful, like having all those shards hit you, you know. Like one time I broke a glass bottle accidentally when I was taking out the recycling, and then I cut my foot open and I was bleeding pretty bad. It kind of reminded me of that scene in Revenge, which I haven't reviewed yet, but I will get to that one at some point. Where basically this guy steps in broken glass and has to pull it out of his foot. That scene was pretty gruesome. Believing that Zeke can be an ally, Shank presents him with a final test, revealing Mark is suspended above the floor and slowly being drained of blood. Shank calls 911 and claims that he is a civilian being pursued by a shooter, resulting in the dispatch of a SWAT team. He hands Zeke a revolver with one cartridge and offers him the choice to either shoot a target that will save Marcus but allow Shank to escape, or kill Shank and let Marcus bleed to death. Zeke shoots the target to save his father, causing his restraints to loosen him and lowering him to the ground, and he then begins to fight Shank. The SWAT team arrives and inadvertently triggers a tripwire, causing Marcus's restraints to yank him upward again. The movement reveals a gun affixed to Marcus's arm, leading the SWAT team to mistake him for the shooter and kill him. Zeke screams in despair as Shank escapes. That was Spiral from the Book of Saw. This one had one of the best themes and ending. I really like the Saw theme in this movie. But boy, was this movie brutal. Alright, now onto the review. So maybe I'd give it like a 3 out of 5, maybe a 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 5. It was okay. It's definitely not my favorite of the Saw series, but it's definitely not one of the worst, like Saw 3D and Jigsaw. But, it was okay. It was pretty gory stuff. Lots of torture. Very gruesome. But, it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was pretty goodish, but I'd say it was okay. We're almost done with the Saw series, finally. Woo! Just one more movie, Saw X, and then we'll be golden. We can move on to the Human Centipede movies, which I'm looking forward to. Alright, I'll see you guys next time for Saw X, the final Saw movie. Goodbye. At least until they make Saw 11, I don't know if the series is ever going to end, because this has been going on since 2004, But yeah, I'll see you guys next time for Saw X. Bye.